Welcome to Night Fever. This is episode 17. It's a match preview for Auckland FC taking on Wellington Phoenix, the New Zealand Derby, this Saturday at Go Media Stadium. Phoenix looking to continue from their win against Adelaide last weekend. Auckland FC wanting to bounce back following their first defeat of the season against Newcastle Jets. Let's get into it. Welcome to the show. It's match day 7 coming up. It's the New Zealand Derby, the Kiwi Classico, if you will. And there's always tension and bragging rights between the two clubs, always adding an extra edge and a bit of spice. The fixture feels bigger than the 3 points that are on offer. For Auckland, playing at home gives them significant advantage, especially given the history versus the Phoenix. In the head-to-heads between the two clubs, it's all one-way traffic. Auckland FC winning all 4 of their previous meetings. Last month, they came out 2-1 victors down in the capital. And last season, they had the emphatic 6-1 win at home against the Phoenix. That was in February. A statement win, a hat-trick for Moreno, and goals from others, including Logan Rogerson. Prior to that, last year, they were 2-0 winners away at Wellington and 2-1 winners at home at Go Media Stadium. So heading into the fixture, Auckland have psychological and statistical upper hand. The recent form shows inconsistency between both clubs. Auckland FC lost last time round and Phoenix winning following a couple of losses. In the last 6 games, Auckland have won 3, drawn 2 and lost 1, averaging 1.17 goals per game. The Phoenix's last 6 sees them winning 2, drawing 2, with 2 losses, roughly 1.33 goals. So both clubs with mixed form coming into the game, not completely inconsistent, but neither are on a strong, unbroken run. Reminding us of the strengths of the Phoenix, even though they have struggled historically against Auckland, they still bring some dangerous qualities. Their attack unpredictable. They've got players with raw power and a good finishing touch. We'll come to that soon. If the Phoenix can get midfield control, especially via their midfield link-ups, they can launch quick transitions. Under pressure, their defenders are fairly adept at organising backline structure, though they struggle under sustained pressure. Given the history, the sense Phoenix will come in with a bit of desperation. Sometimes that sparks sharper urgency, especially in derbies. In derbies, form and history can go out of the window and anything can happen in the 90 minutes. So expect a lot of excitement, a lot of fight, and hopefully a lot of entertainment. Now, taking a look at the notable players for the Phoenix. Eze up front, a recent addition to the Phoenix attack. We saw him last time round, what he can do, that goal he got against us. He's a great addition to their attack. He's tall, physical, offers a different profile as a striker that can trouble defenders with strength and movement. Corbin Piper, centre-back / defensive midfielder, an imposing presence at the back. He can change a game. Young and hungry, gives them defensive solidity. Tim Payne, defender, very experienced, brings leadership and consistency to the back line. Very useful, especially in derbies where nerves and intensity are high. These players will likely shape how Phoenix try to counter Auckland. Physically solid, direct, hoping to exploit mistakes or moments of transition. The unavailable players for the fixture, Auckland seem to be almost back to full strength, still missing their captain Hiroki Sakai at right back, Callum Elliott taking over the roles there. But there are returns for the suspended Rogerson, who got a red card in the last match against the Phoenix. He'll be back in the squad. And for the Phoenix, I don't have any updated missing players, but last time round they were missing a Japanese Ashigi. Payne was inactive, as was Walker. So there's still some influence with the Auckland defence, with Sakai still out, and partnership still gelling between Hall and Girdwood-Reich and Peinecker, who is back from his long-term injury. And for the Phoenix, it shows there will be some implications to their attacking threat. Now, the fun part, the likely lineups, what we might see this weekend. Looking at the Phoenix, going to go similar to what they did last time round in their win against Adelaide. Adelaide flying high in the A-League, and Phoenix got a great win against them at home last weekend. They went with a 5-3-2 formation, Oluwayemi in goal, Sheridan right back, and in the middle of the defence, Hughes, James and Edwards, Amiento at left back. In the midfield, Nagasawa, Rufa and Kelly Heald, Eze and Najarine up front. Najarine getting the goal last weekend and was their outstanding player, getting an 8.1 rating out of 10. He'll be one to look out for this weekend. For Auckland FC, we saw last weekend Howison starting up front, a player who was out of position, didn't give a lot of impact on the game. Now we have Rogerson coming back from his suspension. We may see Rogerson slotting in on right midfield, which frees up Brook to play in a number 10 role behind Cosgrove. Corica doesn't usually go for this, but I feel it would be a great way to start the game for Auckland. Brook often coming inside with the ball can sometimes leave us exposed on the right flank, but having Rogerson in the team will give us that extra width. So I'm going to go for Vau in goal. In defence, Elliott right back, and a partnership of Hall and Peinecker. The partnership last weekend of Hall and Gudverdijk didn't quite fit, so I'll go for Hall and Peinecker in central defence. On the left back, as usual, De Vries, pretty consistent. Right midfield, Rogerson, as I mentioned earlier. For Strata in the middle with Brimmer. And Marley Francois making a comeback to the starting 11. He was back in the squad last weekend following an injury. Came on and offered a lot more threat than what Randall was able to provide. So getting Marley back on the left midfield. Up front, Cosgrove with Brook sitting behind. The tactical matchups for this match. Auckland's defence against Phoenix's attack. We've seen Auckland's defence quite leaky and very inconsistent recently. With Sakai out, Auckland's backline may remain still vulnerable. So Phoenix's physical forces, Eze for instance, could exploit aerials or second balls, especially from set pieces. Midfield battle, if Phoenix managed to get a decent midfield control, with Piper stepping into a deeper midfield if needed, they can disrupt Auckland's build-up play and spring counter-attacks. On the other hand, Auckland's midfield and fullbacks will need to be disciplined, track runs and avoid being stretched. Wide play and transitions. Auckland, with players such as Rogerson and Marley, they can try to push wide and use pace and combination. Phoenix will likely try to absorb the pressure, stay compact and hit on the break with direct balls via Eze. And given the defensive reshuffle, set pieces such as corners and free kicks might be crucial. Phoenix will look to exploit the height mismatches and Auckland will need to stay alert defensively but also use their own aerial strengths with the tall centre-backs. Now, the guessing game of a match prediction, scoreline prediction, given all the above history, form, squad makeup, I lean towards an Auckland FC win, but not a blowout. I see Auckland edging it because of their psychological edge and head-to-head dominance. And given their troubles recently in defence, not relatively robust, their attack has multiple options capable of breaking down the Phoenix defence. Phoenix might struggle to assert dominance consistently. I think they'll threaten in transitions and set pieces, but I expect Auckland to control possession more and create the better chances. Still, I wouldn't be shocked if Phoenix snatched something out of the match, given it's a derby day. Unpredictability and chaos is to be expected. I'm going to go for a conservative scoreline this time round. Auckland FC 2, Wellington Phoenix 1. All right, that's our preview for this weekend's derby. Auckland FC taking on Wellington Phoenix at Go Media Stadium. We've looked at the match context, head-to-heads, recent form, analysed Phoenix's strengths, their key players, and their injury availability situation. We've sketched likely lineups and dug into some tactical matchups, and I've thrown down a prediction of a 2-1 win for Auckland FC. As Auckland fans, this one we target with a win, but we go in with respect. Phoenix can be dangerous, especially on the counter from set pieces. I'll be watching closely from the terraces how the midfield battles and defensive discipline shapes up. If Auckland are switched on, I think we leave with all 3 points. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Night Fever. If you liked the episode, leave a comment, share with your friends, and let me know what your score prediction is going to be this weekend. I'll be back after the match with a reaction to what went on at Go Media Stadium. Until then, stay hyped, stay loud, get to the game, show your colours, show the noise, and cheer the boys on to get all 3 points. Up the port, up the Black Knights, and until next time, goodbye for now.